Imagine this for a moment. 4,500 years ago, when there were no cranes, no modern machines, no electricity, and no advanced tools, human beings still managed to build structures so precise and massive that even today's engineers struggle to fully explain them. These pyramids, standing in the heart of the Egyptian desert, are not just ancient tombs. They are living proof of engineering knowledge that seems far ahead of its time. Every stone, every angle, and every measurement feels as if it was designed by an advanced mind. The biggest question is, where did that knowledge come from? When we look at the Great Pyramid of Giza, it is not only its size that amazes us, but its accuracy. The base of the pyramid is almost a perfect square. The alignment of its sides is so precise with true north, south, east, and west that even modern survey equipment finds it difficult to match this level of accuracy. Today, achieving such precision requires advanced instruments and satellite technology. So how did ancient engineers accomplish this feat more than 4 millennia ago? Did they possess astronomical knowledge that we have only recently rediscovered? As we move inside the pyramid, the mystery deepens. Narrow passageways, air shafts, and hidden chambers confuse scientists even today. These were not random tunnels carved without purpose. Every passage has a specific angle, and many shafts appear to align with certain stars. Some researchers believe these alignments point toward the Orion constellation. This raises another question. Were these builders only engineers, or were they also skilled astronomers who deeply understood the movements of the stars and the sky? Then there are the stones themselves. Each limestone and granite block weighs anywhere between 2 and 80 tons. In the modern world, moving such massive stones requires heavy-duty cranes, trucks, and specialized machinery. Yet, at that time, there were no engines, no steel tools, and no advanced transportation systems. How were these stones transported from distant quarries to the construction site? And more importantly, how are they placed with such precision that even today a blade cannot fit between many of the stones? One common explanation is the use of ramps. However, when engineers calculate the size of the ramps needed to lift stones to such heights, the ramps themselves would have been larger and more complex than the pyramid. This creates another mystery. If ramps were used, where are their remains? Why have no clear physical traces survived? Were the ramps temporary, or was an entirely different method used, one that we have not yet fully imagined? Granite adds another layer of mystery. Much of the granite used in the pyramid came from Aswan, hundreds of kilometers away from Giza. Granite is an extremely hard stone. Even today, cutting it smoothly requires advanced tools with diamond tips. Ancient tools were mostly made of copper, which is far softer than granite. So how did ancient builders cut, shape, and polish granite blocks with such smooth precision? Was there a technology that has been lost to time? Another astonishing detail is the foundation of the pyramid. The base is almost perfectly level, built on uneven desert ground. Even with modern technology, leveling such a large area requires careful measurement and advanced equipment. Some theories suggest that water was used to level the ground, but applying this method on such a massive scale would still have been incredibly challenging. Then comes the question of labor. For a long time, it was believed that slaves built the pyramids. However, archaeological discoveries tell a different story. Evidence shows that skilled workers lived near the site, received food, medical care, and proper shelter. This suggests that pyramid construction was a well-organized national project. Thousands of trained workers operated under a structured system involving planning, logistics, and management. Every stone was placed according to a plan. Builders knew exactly where each block belonged and at what angle it needed to fit. This raises another mystery. How was such detailed planning done without written blueprints? Or did blueprints exist and simply disappear over time? Some historians believe that this knowledge was passed orally from master builders to their apprentices, making it a closely guarded secret. The shape of the pyramid itself is also significant. It is not only structurally stable, but also deeply symbolic. Some researchers believe the pyramid shape concentrates natural energy or represents spiritual concepts related to the afterlife. This leads to speculation that ancient engineers may have understood natural forces in ways we are only beginning to explore. Mathematics adds yet another layer of intrigue. The dimensions of the Great Pyramid appear to reflect mathematical constants such as pi and the golden ratio. These concepts are complex and taught in advanced mathematics today. Was this intentional or merely coincidence? 4. If intentional, how did ancient engineers acquire such mathematical knowledge? The construction timeline is equally shocking. It is believed that the Great Pyramid was completed in about 20 to 25 years. Even with modern machinery, building such a massive structure in that time frame would be extremely difficult. This suggests that ancient construction methods were not only advanced but also highly efficient. Modern scans and robotic exploration have revealed hidden voids and unknown chambers inside the pyramid. These empty spaces raise new questions. Were they designed for a specific purpose? Were they meant to hide something, or were they part of a structural plan that we do not yet understand? Ancient texts and hieroglyphs offer surprisingly little information about how the pyramids were built. Considering the scale of this achievement, the lack of detailed records is puzzling. It almost feels as if this knowledge was intentionally kept secret, reserved only for a select group. When all these mysteries come together, one thing becomes clear. Ancient engineers were far more advanced than we often assume. They were not primitive builders working blindly with simple tools. They possessed deep knowledge of engineering, mathematics, astronomy, and organization. The pyramids are not just structures made of stone. They are silent messages from the past, challenging our understanding of human history. Standing in the desert, untouched by time, these pyramids continue to survive earthquakes, storms, and thousands of years of erosion. Every new discovery seems to deepen the mystery instead of solving it. It is as if these structures are testing us, asking whether we truly understand our past or only believe we do. Perhaps human history is far more complex than we are taught, and the pyramids are proof that ancient civilizations reached levels of knowledge we are still trying to comprehend. In the end, when we connect all these facts and theories, one truth becomes undeniable. The pyramids are not just ancient tombs, but timeless symbols of human intelligence and innovation. They remind us that technology is not limited to machines and electricity, but also exists in planning, knowledge, and vision. What ancient engineers achieved with limited resources continues to challenge modern science and engineering. The pyramids teach us that human potential has always been extraordinary, regardless of the era. Some knowledge may have been lost over time, but these massive stone structures remain standing as permanent evidence of what humanity once achieved. They continue to inspire curiosity, raise questions, and remind us that there is still much about our past that we do not fully understand.